the Chicago Bears. It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago.
Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's Love looking to pass on the first play.
Throw left side, completion to Rice. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action this time with Love. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Packers.
Romeo Doubs.
52 yards.
And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
Now Fields. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. We'll see what kind of mind. Set they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Fields. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Dancing to his left. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a first down.
A quick throw caught by Rice. And they'll work this down inside the 30. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
From the 29, Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play fake. Here's Love. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. On play action, Love to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. Sly able to put this one through. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9.
Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Fields now to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll run with Foreman. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A first carry here for Kaneng-Nwangu. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Now it's Fields.
Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here's Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Robert Tonyan.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears have cut it back within a score.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Love, they go play action now. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time on a catch and run. 35 yards.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd and goal. Fields escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Following the interception, Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Love. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
Let's go now. Yellow, 43.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Now here's Trenton Gill on to punt. That's taken at around the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, set, 33, yellow. Black ultra.
First down, Love to pass. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket
in for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Another try after the first down sack. Love being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Love now. Buying time to his left. That's complete to Dobbs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go. This is green.
Off the play fake, Love. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Going back to Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. Love looking to throw it.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. First play's a run with Nwangu. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down.
Well, they tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
He'll buy some time right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, it's Foreman. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He's going to look deep for more.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now a give running right, Nwangu.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Back to throw, Fields. And that's dropped underneath into one.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
They snap it to Fields.
And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6.
Fields.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing. Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 46 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Love. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Love fires that quickly outside. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Love going to give this one to Jones. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run it with Jones. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Down, 33, yellow.
To throw now. Here's Love. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. Love. And this is going to be incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
From the 50, here's Fields.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Hard throw, incomplete.
A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Love from the gun. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats inbounds.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Taken right about the 40. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Foreman. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They run again with Foreman. 42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Off play action, Fields. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields dancing to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Fields, flushed out right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Santos' kick is up and through, and we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Here's Love. Watson making the catch. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now Love. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Love looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Love. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Ready, go.
On 3rd down, Love. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All eyes on Fields.
And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Fields.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
Drive will start with Nwangu.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
First throw in overtime by Fields. Drops this off with Nwangu.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. Open to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. A carry for Foreman. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down.
He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Sideline throw caught by Dobbs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light still on for him.
56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Second and 12.
Operating from the gun.
Love. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
Completed out left to Dobbs. And he's going to have a Packers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call. But when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain.